Hello, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or other placements on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today I'm going to be channeling messages uncovering the overall energy or anything else that may come up in this potential conversation that you may have with another person that either you had an argument with or you may have had a breakup or separation. If you're finding yourself in that scenario, or if there is someone that you have been thinking about, and you feel like, maybe I do want to reach out or have a conversation, or maybe that person has reached out to you and you want to get a little glimpse here at the potential overall energy connecting to that potential conversation, then these messages are for you. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. And for those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. All right, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, let's take a look here at the overall energy in this conversation that may potentially be had here, or that you're thinking about having with someone that you either had an argument and there was a little bit of this kind of, timeout, or for some of you where this was a breakup. Okay, so this could be in, the connection could be in many different ways. So first and foremost, you have nurturing, love, family, happiness, unity, and balance. As you saw, that card just popped out of the deck all by itself. All right, let's see. Let's divide this in half and let's see what's going on here. Potentially, this conversation, not today, and cut down. All right. All right. So, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, you have here love, nurturing love, family, happiness. You have not today. And you also have here cut down. Now, this energy is coming across as an energy between two people who have had either a breakup, separation, or divorce, if we're looking at this from the love component, or for someone who has, or someone who is about to have a conversation with someone here that is non-romantic. Okay, so it could go either way. But I'm getting here that if it's a non-romantic connection, you haven't spoken together, or you haven't spoken to each other here in a while. Okay. There's a lot here having to do with like no contact, like haven't spoken to each other after this argument between friends, family members, or some of you here with an ex. There's been a time of no contact or silence. And it's coming across as either one of the parties here has been a little bit resistant in wanting to have this conversation or come together for clarity. However, this conversation will bring some type of mending, fixing, repairing. For some of you, this is very much connected to your family, whether it's your blood relatives, whether it's your friends that you call family. For others of you, there was a breakup, separation, or divorce where you and the other person were already either considering to have a family together, may have had a child or family together, or there could have been here some type of higher level of commitment where there was a family unit, whether that family unit was a blended family, whether that family unit may have been someone, both of you sharing children or a child together. But it's coming across here as this energy within this potential conversation being a very healing one that will bring some type of unity, may potentially bring some type of balance. Um, I feel here perhaps maybe at the beginning part of either this argument or this breakup, separation, or divorce, whether this be, again, family oriented, friend oriented, or ex oriented. There was a lot here. There was a lot here, a lot of emotions here. And there may have been some type of avoidance, like trying to avoid a conversation or trying to not want to deal with something at the core. Okay. Now, we have here purse. Now, purse has a lot of coins. And I feel that for some of you, this could have been an argument or a separation that was the person that you're going to have potentially a conversation with was very valuable to you. So there's love, there's having a very valuable connection or valuable unity, where that family was very essential to the both of you. Okay. This could also be talking about finances. There could be here in this conversation that could be potentially had here talking about finances or important points that are very valuable to both of you. Okay. So that's one of the things that's coming through. Let's get more clarity here with not today. All right, that did a big peekaboo. And then let's see, it says hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. I feel here that whomever this person that you may potentially have or be thinking about having a conversation with, or maybe they've reached out to you and you're kind of like on the fence, should I or shouldn't I feel that, again, one party here may have been very resistant to even wanting to talk or have this conversation before. There's been this sense of avoidance, like doing other things, entertaining the mind or the emotion between you and this person, whether this be you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or whether this be the other person. But the overall energy that I'm getting here is that someone, one of the two, whether it be you or the other person, may have really tried to cope with the argument or the breakup, separation, or divorce in a way where you're taking time away from this person, not wanting to talk to them. It says here, taking vacation physically or mentally, whether it's physically avoiding to see them, whether it's avoiding having an argument, whether it's just trying to fill a void and doing other things. But I'm getting here that there's a sense here of avoidance, okay? Of putting a boundary, like I don't want to deal with you anymore in one way, shape, or form, okay? Hammock here is also coming across as this time apart has also potentially here made or created an opportunity for both you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and the other person to see what is valuable or what remains very valuable within the connection, whether the connection of friends, family, loved ones, or whether this connection was a love connection. But there's something that this time apart has made both of you realize the value or the importance of your friendship, of your family tie, or of your love. Let's see, cut down what else is coming through here. Okay, goldfish. Goldfish says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Like I said, validation, confirmation. This argument, this time apart, this breakup, separation, or divorce has created an awareness, spiritual growth, maturity. Now, what's interesting is that on this card, it talks about wealth, and also in the Lenormand deck, the fish is also known as a symbol of wealth and prosperity. So there is a lot of value here within this potential conversation that either wants to be had or needs to be had, because there's a lot of growth here. You and this person find each other very valuable, whether you may want to admit it or not here with Not Today. This time apart has made both of you aware of something here. Let's see what else is coming through for the both of you. Let's find out here. Oh, that did a little peekaboo. Clearing the air. Yeah, look at that. I told you this conversation, after either an argument or a breakup, is coming across as a needed exchange of words, thoughts, opinions, because there's a lot of valuable, number one, feelings and emotions here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Some of you have been trying to avoid that or trying to not act as if it is this important to you or that it is very valuable, but it is because it's coming up here. And it comes across as a conversation that not only can it clear the air, because for some of you, there was some type of misunderstanding, some type of misunderstanding where maybe one party or the other may not have understood or misunderstood certain things. Someone may have jumped the gun here in something also. But there's the sense here of needing to clear the air, unfiltered truth. Someone will speak their unfiltered truth. And that may have been here what may have caused this wedge. But again, I'm focusing on the overall energy here of the potential conversation. And I feel this conversation, number one, would give an opportunity for you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, to clear the air. And very interesting here that this clearing the air, which is clearing up misunderstanding through communication, is very much here in between the Not Today and the nurturing love and family happiness. There's this sense of, through this conversation, there's some type of mending, fixing, repairing, or honest truth in regards how either you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or the other person have felt due to the separation, the silent treatment, or the avoidant type of energy of like, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to deal with, I don't want to see you, you know? And whatever this conversation unravels, there's going to be a lot of focusing here on vulnerability, on both parties being very vulnerable with the truth of how this either argument or this fallout, or for others of you, a breakup, separation, or divorce has impacted either your life or how you have felt about the distance. All right, let's get more clarity here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, the potential conversation after either an argument, a fallout, or a breakup, separation, or divorce. Again, this could be family, friends, loved ones, but it could also be an ex-partner, closure. Yeah, you see? And again, I didn't put the deck, it just popped out. It says closure. It's time to resolve unfinished business and move forward in our lives. Whether for some of you, it's to reconnect and work on the next step after the reconciliation or reunion. Or for others of you who may decide, well, you know what? Uh, You know, it's just best to clear the air, but we will move in our separate ways. But listen, you guys know how I am. I keep it real as always, but I feel here that there's this type of reconciliation here that may happen because there's a lot of emotions here that are very valuable, things that perhaps did not flow easily in regards to vulnerability here in some way, shape, or form. That although there was this either physical, emotional, or mental disconnect, there's always been a lingering question, whether it's been on your end, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or whether it has been on the other person's end, of this didn't have the proper closure, the proper ending. There may have been things that may have been left unsaid, unspoken. But this clearing of the air and this conversation seeming very, very valuable and important. And for some of you, it may lead to wanting to pick up where this may have left off, but in a very different way. Because there's an energy here about you are both aware of how valuable the connection with each other is, whether it's as friends, as family members, as colleagues, as someone that you have cherished, loved, okay? But there's a lot of value here in this connection. And it's coming across as you and this person may have had this very nice free flowing energy where you brought out the best in each other. Now, listen, nothing is perfect, nothing is flawless, but goldfish is also about the fluidity between two people. So, underneath the tension or, the point of argument or fallout, or for others of you, may have been a breakup, there was a free flowing energy that either you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, supported this other person, or this other person supported you, or both of you supported each other. And there's this sense here of value. You added value to each other. You know, you added value. You brought out the best in each other, and it may have resulted. For some of you, may have resulted in tangible wealth, maybe projects, business, maybe Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, this person helped you gain more stability or more money, or you help them in return in that way. There's this sense of you gaining a lot of value here. All right, so there's leverage and there's empathy. Okay, so let's talk about, and again, that just popped out of the deck on its own. So let's explore these two cards before we wrap up the reading with this last deck. Now, intuitive friends, if you feel that these messages have been insightful and are resonating with you, feel free to drop a rose in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. Yeah, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there's leverage here. So this conversation, after either an argument or a fallout or a breakup, separation, or divorce, says here, I want to open up and trust me so I can use, ooh, maybe, well, hold on a second. Someone here may have felt betrayed. There may have been something here that may have been said or done where one person did something in an underhanded way, whomever that may be, whether that be you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or whether it be the other person. It says, I want you to open up and trust me so I can use the secrets against you. So something may have been said or done in a very underhanded way, and someone was caught off guard. Someone was not expecting the other person, whoever the someone is, okay? This is not about judgment. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about what energy is coming through. And for some of you, okay, you may resonate that there was something here that was unexpected. Something was done unexpectedly, said unexpectedly. It may have been something connected to finances, money, money missing, money unaccounted for. For others of you, it could have been something else. It could have been something that may have been said in the moment of being angry. And that may be the reason here. Ooh, very interesting. Let's take a look at this very quickly. That may be the reason here, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, why, this may be the reason. I'm not saying it is, but for some of you, if either you, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, may have backstabbed this other person, or vice versa, this other person may have backstabbed you. That's the reason why there's been this sense of like not wanting to talk to this person or see this person again, because there's a guilty conscience. There may be some type of guilty conscience here. And someone has intentionally removed themselves because there is, after retrospect, after thinking about this, someone may have said something, done something that was considered deceptive or backstab. Okay? Now, let's keep going. Empathy. I will provide emotional support and always try to understand you. That's the reason here that, or one of, okay, one of the reasons here, someone wants to clear this. After the anger has subsided, after looking at what may have been done impulsively or without thinking or without really looking at how this backstabbing would have created some type of repercussions. Now, after the dust has settled, now it's like, you know what? I realize I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have gone about it in that way. Because whatever this is, there's a lot of emotion behind it, unfiltered truth. There could have been someone who may have lied. And the reason why this conversation here, or the energy, overall energy here surrounding this conversation is about maybe an apology. Maybe because someone has been aware here after the time apart that something shouldn't have gone down in the way that it did or in the manner that it did. Very, very interesting. All right. But again, remember, you do have here, both of you have here, nurturing love, family, and happiness. So I do feel that once this is cleared, there could be, again, you have here clearing of the air, enclosure, and empathy, that there may be here some sense of solution or resolution, or at least clarity about emotions here. All right, let's see what else is coming through. Last but not least, and we have here the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is a conversation that is not just going to be about, it's not about pointing the finger. Because Nine of Wands energy is falling 9 times and getting up on the 10th. This conversation has the potential energy here of being a conversation where we move on from a tough period. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's known as the wounded warrior in tarot. So this is talking about feelings being hurt, someone, heartbreak, sadness, feeling either emotionally, mentally, physically, energetically. There's wounds here, deep wounds. But despite the deep wounds, there's also this sense of, I know that we can restore being a family again. I know we can restore the friendship. I know that we can restore what we had because you are very valuable. Okay. And there's this sense of, if I wasn't able to realize this before, I'm able to realize this now, whether it be on your end, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or whether it be on the end of the other person. But there's a valuable awareness here because there's a lot of spiritual growth or maturity that has been, the time apart has created this time where someone can be, or has been more reflective. And the Nine of Wands says, I am strong for as long as I need to be strong. And I feel that both of you here may have shown, as like when the argument or the fallout or the breakup may have happened, you may have shown like, I don't care, I can move on, but in reality here you were deeply wounded. And the Nine of Wands is this energy of like, we can persevere and move forward past this this wounding that occurred within this argument, fallout, or breakup. Grounding is coming across here as the garnet, okay, root chakra. Super important here. There's something about being able to ground this conversation with this energy of understanding that, you know what, there was some type of emotional, energetic, or mental wounding here. But there's this beautiful energy of being open to the support and to the understanding now that the dust has settled. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Down below in the comment section, drop a rose. Let me know that these messages resonated for you, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.